mean, Jesus. Hello everybody in my jury, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Trilogy. We are going to be... Let's just go ahead and press continue, and yeah, let's just get back in there so this music can stop deafening me. There we go. In the last episode, we began the first day of Maya Faye's court thing. I'm a great lawyer. Her court thing. You know, her trial. And today we are, well, tonight, because it's still the same day, we are actually going to finish her trial and maybe even start the next one. Yep, I'm trying to get... Here's the thing. I've already played Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the first one. So, I kind of want to quickly finish it. That way I can start playing the stuff I know nothing about. I know that there's like a new story or something. Like in the original game, it just ended. The original game is not the one I played. I played the DS game. However, I didn't actually play that other story. I lost my copy of the card before I could. I finished the stuff with Von Karma, and then I was just done for a little bit. But now we can properly get to that story and future stories. But first, we have to complete this story. Hello. I didn't, expect anyone to visit me in such a, dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking liar. I hope you die. God, her eye does a twitchy thing. Is it gonna do it again? Yeah! Have you come to laugh? Or, yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May, you're a dick? No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there is nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard that is clearly dead inside. So what is it you wish to ask for, then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Alright. So here's my theory. I think we have to find some evidence to show her that's gonna make her snap and say something she shouldn't. Because right now, I can't even think of what to ask her. I mean, we did sort of... Let's just get into it. Alright. That man, the wiretap, your attitude. Clearly there's one that needs to be asked. Say, why are you so, angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. That does it, bottom-feeding, scum-sucking, lawyer. Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers, or just me? The wiretap. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? When... I'm gonna do a Harley Quinn thing with her voice, and try to do the Valley Girl thing. When did you say... when you say it like that, it sounds so cold. So criminal. Tapping people's phone is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I, suppose you learned that in lawyer school, God, she's such a jerk. Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Okay, that man. About the man who stayed in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Alright, well, let's present the evidence we do have. May's testimony. Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So, like, get lost because, well, I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. Let's see. Yeah, fuck it. Alright, I guess we gotta go somewhere else first. Let's go to the Gatewater Hotel. Maybe we can talk to the bellboy some more. We just left the screwdriver there? Oh, welcome, sir. Quite a performance today, if I dare say so myself. Liquid refreshment. It's needed. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. Oh, no, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as they're used to wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room. Of course, it will be great for business, sir. Whoa. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I too will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Wouldn't you be famous as the bellboy who kissed the murderer? That seems like that's the more famous thing you did. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please, let me know if there is anything I can bring you. Alright. Let's think about this. Alright. No more drink. This is going away. So. Obviously, let's examine. See if we can take the screwdriver. Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer. Oh, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the drawer of terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's serious. I don't believe it. God, I love this person. Let's see. No, I wanna... There we go. A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now? Oh, I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink before murder. We'll be famous. The talk of the hotel industry. I really hope the bellboy did it. I happen to know the bellboy didn't do it, but I wish the bellboy did it. Alright, Miss May. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? Starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. Yeah. You're a big old wacko, pal. The man with Miss May. That's important. Oh, hold on, I gotta adjust my mic technical shit and all that. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Alright, I think I made it worse, but I'll deal with that as I go. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon my expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If we had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo. The hotel. Could you tell me more about this hotel? Absolutely! On that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? I would really love Phoenix to, like, go to a dinner and be a part of an actual murder mystery. Like, there's no trial at first. He's actually, like, in a building with a killer. That'd be neat. Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. Okay. I can't present evidence to him. So, for now at least, I'm done. Oh wait, I can present the evidence. Hey, yeah. I'm sorry. All I could think about during the trial was the hotel. I wasn't paying much attention to the evidence. Wait, you know about the wiretap, fucker. Alright, he don't know shit. Floor plans. Alright. Guess we're going to my office. I wonder if Gumshoe is still here. Looks like the forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there's any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to look around, though. Plant. Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now? Dude, Phoenix, that is not the thing to say. Oh, my friend's fucking dead now. I gotta take care of her plant. Jesus, Phoenix. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. That's so sad, though. Okay, you made up for your pot comment. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Oh, Phoenix. Poor boy. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is... Oh, Phoenix, the feels. You couldn't cram more legal books in here, even if you wanted to. All that the cases that the chief worked on are filed here. Are some of the files missing? Nah, I'm imagining things. An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. That is not a movie poster. That is, like, hardcore interpreted art. Can I go to the other room? No, but I can go talk to Grossberg. So it's September 7th. Grossberg Law Office. Huh? Looks like Grossberg is out today. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. What the fuck happened to his painting? Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant-ass painting that kinda looked like a slave up here? Yeah, it did look like a slave. It was a painting of... I don't see slave as an option, so I guess we're gonna say fisherman. Because of these options, that's the only one that could be a slave. Wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting, anyway. What? Wait, was it not of a fisherman? Marvin Grossberg. It wasn't of sunflowers, it was of a guy in a straw hat that I was a slave. Okay. Hello. What's this? Old photos? There were 2 lying here. Wait, there's 2? I only see one of red. DL6 incident, Exhibit A. DL6 incident, Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Exhibit A. I'm sure I've seen this somewhere. Oh, I'm bumping the mic. Sorry. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. Gosh, I keep having... My mic was, like, perfect earlier. And today, it is, like, less perfect. Still pretty good, though. It's pretty good for, like, a $3 mic. Okay. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss it. It's just one little photo. Find out it's like his dead wife. And this is the only picture left of her. And he's like, frantically like, where the fuck is it? Photograph quietly added to the court record. Why would you just add that to the court record? You don't even know if that's going to help us yet, Phoenix. I mean, it is. I know exactly who that woman is, but, you know, you don't yet. And let's take the one of red. A photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it to look... Switch it with the one I took? Yeah, we need that one right now. And then go swap them. Now the question is... I took you. You shouldn't be there anymore. Alright. So here's what we gotta do, kids. We gotta go to the detention center. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back is because you won't talk to me. Oh, that's like my fault now, is it? You just don't have... You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky, like, heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Phoenix. That is not the right move. Have a look at this. Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you... Yes. Where did you get that? This is him, isn't it? Like, what? Who? When? Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder. No, that's not right. I will be very happy when April May is no longer a character, at least. Nice try, Mrs. Cooperative. Do you have proof that it was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof. I'm so close. I don't have proof. But why does she want me to show her proof? Wouldn't it actually, like, be in my best interest to not show her proof? Because then she could tell, like, Edgeworth or something. That could go bad for me if I tell her. Present. You said you'd recognize a photo, dude. Take a look at this photo. Guys, hold on. I'm gonna readjust my mic. Alright. It should be good. Keyword there is should. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm not a detective. I'm a lawyer. Oh, I know that. Just wanted to say detective once, you know how it is? No. I don't know how it is. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. What do you think her middle name is? Is it like January, February, March, and April, May. Okay, so there's nothing in between April and May, so she doesn't have a middle name! I've cracked it. How about I write an avidavadoo, swearing that that's him. Is an avidavit. Avidavit? Avidavit? This guy is way too excited about this. Have him write it. Well, sure, why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Affidavit just sounds better. I know it's affidavit. Just hurry up and write it, you stooge. Bellboy's affidavit, added to the court record, describes the man who stayed with Miss May at the hotel on the night of the murder. My cat is playing with my foot. Okay, so that's the proof we need. We gotta take that to you. Present. Where be the affidavit? Could you look at this? Like, what's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw. Such as the man you checked in with. Who was most definitely this guy? The music is so upbeat and we're just looking at this really demonic face. Now I'm getting somewhere. Push her hard. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been a witness to the murder your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press have a field day with his reputation. Oh, fine. I'll talk. Like, you win, lawyer. Yes, man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. Yes! That man, like, he's my boss. Red Wright, the president of Information Gathering Conglomerate, Blue Corp. Red Wright. Information gathering. Like, well, I suppose you could call it, like, a detective agency. So, this is the man that was with you the night of the murder? I'm like scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. You see, I didn't add the like there because you were being honest with us, April May. It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White, at last. Red White, at last, we see each other plain. Monsieur Lumiere, you'll wear a different chain. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Bellboy's affidavit, discard it. We could still use that. I want to check out Grossberg's office real fast. Ridiculous. Where the heck is that loafer? Ahem! Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha! You again? Hello, Mr. Grossberg. Well, you were quite the thing, my boy. Excuse me? The trial! He was there? Reminded me of myself when I was a youth. I guess something got passed down through me, maybe. It brings back memories, it does. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. I apologize. It was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, I appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you gave me some information. Yo, motherfucker, why is this on your desk? Excuse me, I was wondering about this photograph. Where did you get that? Give it back at once. I'm sorry to have taken it without your knowledge, but I have to know, who is this man? He was most likely in April May's room the night of the murder. What's that you say? Are you quite sure, my boy? What has him so flustered, I wonder? I beg your pardon, but I must ask you to leave. I need to be alone. He's fallen silent. Has a stone. A rather large stone. A fat, ugly, mustache-wearing, large-ass stone. I guess I should return that photo. Photograph returned to Mr. Grossberg. Just, real quick before I forget, I want to grab the... Oh no, I can't grab the other one anymore? Stop talking about mahogany! Today's trial. Mr. Grossberg. Oh, my apologies. I needed to think about things alone. He barely even glanced in my direction. Your refusal. Mr. Grossberg? Oh, my apologies, my boy. That's not the voice I was doing. My apologies, my boy. I need to think about things alone. Barely even gave me the panic. Alright, I'm leaving. To Blue Corp. Another big-ass green ball. Wait, yeah, that's the slave dude. I mean, it might not actually be a slave. Could be a slave. It looks like a slave. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome. Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name. What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. I'm Markiplier. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my gigantic squeak vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? He's just making up words. I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the worldly challenge. What a fruitcake. I like how that thing on his fucking tux is just a diamond. It's not a corsage, it's not a flower, it's a fucking diamond. In a pink suit, no less. Let me guess. You're the attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with such a man as myself? Yikes. This guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Let's go ahead and examine. Jesus Christ, that desk! I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk? My. This is quite the thing. It is modeled on my body, you see. Well, does its sleek, roundature not inspire you? I can see its ass. Is that your ass? Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica? Ridiculosity! I have no interest in anything but originals. This right there, that right there is a bona fide original, worth 5 million for sure, even though earlier Mr. Grossberg said 3 billion. Huh. A statue of a man holding up the world? The Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. The model for the man is, of course, Mr. White, doing sort of like an Atlas thing. Truly a work of art, but probably too beautilicious for you to appreciate. Correct? I think it's a little too beautilicious for just about anyone to appreciate. If you could remove your own penis from your own mouth, maybe we could continue a conversation, Mr. White. A lot of trophies. An impressive lineup of trophies. Judges, special runner-up, best participation. Judges Cooperation Award, special good try prize. The words judges and special kinda stand out. Alright, let's talk to him. Alright. Miss May. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my What? My secretariat. What a shock with what fuck. Secretariat? Is that like a secretary and an assistant? Is that a common thing? I don't know. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed! She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. Fuck, his fucked up grammar is fucking up my normal grammar. And I can't stop doing the voice. He's too powerful. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May as a scapegoat. Night of the murder. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details, such as time or place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Here's a little song I wrote. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. Mr. White, you're talking to me right now. Shut up, I'm Markiplier. This isn't even a Markiplier voice, it's like a Wilfred Warstach voice. If anyone wants to speak, if you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. It's not even really Wilfred Warstach, it's just a cocky voice. Although I doubt you'd be able to fuck my English. My cat just bit my toe. Although I doubt you'd be able to convict me of anything, I'm not guilty. Look at my trusting smile and dead eyes. He looks tired. He raises a good question, actually. That smile is trusting, and those eyes are certainly dead. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh ho ho ho! The police! The courts! To me, they are mere toys. Playthings for my amusement. Dude, you're cocky. Hey, that painting. There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? But that be, that might that. That big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh. Just yesterday, actually. Your point being... My point is simple, or rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you don't fully understand or grasp your current position here. I ask again, who are you? A lawyer. No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that, sorry excuse for an attorney. Grody Burger. Grody Burger. What? Ag! Ag! Ah! Did he just punch me? He punched me! He did punch me! Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Or alternatively punch me back? Charge away, I welcome it. Punch me right in the genitals, Mr. Wright. For it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they are all doing my bidding. So you say, but I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? Yeah. I don't accept you to understand. Expect, not accept. Fuck you, Kneale. It is a world beyond your comprehension. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume. Mr. Grossberg's, yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. I already asked that dumb shit. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go on now, skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss, except for Blue Corp. Would you be kind enough to cease your inane chattering and vacate the premises? Let me put it in a language you are sure to understand. Shut up and get out. I have nothing more to say. Alright, let's go talk to Grossberg. You're so cute when you attack me, you little shit. Talking to my cat. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat? Ahem! Jumpin' Jehoshaphat! Oh, you! What's wrong? You looked so pensive. Like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet, my boy. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. Mr. White. So, I paid a visit to Blue Corp.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit something has been bothering me.
Oh? What is it?
Well,
out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... that big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with and really thought I was gonna buy, kinda like a dickhead? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office.
So, you've noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. He's blackmailing the shit out of you, dog. It's not something I can claim to understand. But you and Mr. White are lovers, aren't you? What, my boy? You sent that painting to him as a sign of your undying love.
My boy, please! You're letting your fancies run away with you. Where do you get these bizarre ideas?
Am I Mr. Grossberg, or am I revealing that a purple-haired man and an older gentleman are having the kinkiest sex in this town? I think it's option number 2. And I think you do too. I don't understand how you could.
That's because I'm not. We're not. Don't be ridiculous. Enough. I'll swallow my pride and tell you all.
It's just me. I knew it. They are lovers. That has made my night. That made my night.
No, we are not lovers. We're not lovers. Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation, my boy. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years? I knew it. They are lovers. All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
Oh, all because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of the photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him.
Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. I wish they were lovers. Alright, the DL6 incident. What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more and nothing less than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. A medium? Her name was Misty Faye. Faye. Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of any wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident. I just realized that thing on his shelf next to the green ball, that's an elephant. It's a weird-looking elephant, but it's an elephant. Reason for the blackmail. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? Are you not secretly lovers? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him. You told Wright? He offered me riches. It's an embarrassment to me now, my boy. Because I talked to the police. We're mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, Mr. Wright heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Alright. It's funny. Looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Bookcase? All the cases the chief has ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? T for Z to find W. T, U, I know, W, right! The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Okay, so here's my thought. They may have taken the W's. However, what if she also had it under Faye? Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F, Misty Faye! That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? No, Phoenix. No. Let's fucking go get a burger. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words. My mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. this parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops there. So me and New Grossberg. Alright, I guess let's check out the movie poster. Old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. The phone? Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing missing is... Mia. Oh shit, my phone just died. All the cases the chief has worked on are on file here. Trying to plug in my charger while I do this shit. Let's take a look. Alright, I've checked everything except for J through S. Let's see. J through S. Nothing much here. Yeah, I knew that one was a red herring. But now what do I do? Maybe I'll just skim some of these. Yeah, go ahead and skim. Sigh. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest parts here at the end is in S. Suicide? Ew. Ew. Somebody took their lives in a dramatic scene of wasted human life. Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. Oh, we just found something. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use this newspaper clipping. Let's find the most disturbing one. Jesus, Phoenix. Newspaper clipping added to the court record. Article about a politician's suicide. The word white is written in pencil at the top. Okay. I think I found everything I can. Oh, but now I can take that to Mr. White. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick, skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. Wright, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Maya's office. Miss Maya. She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Real shame I didn't get the option to say that they were lovers. Blackmail. Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in I can't stop thinking about the lovers. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Ron, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, no, no. not. I think not. I don't need to say words right. Fuck you. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Beep. Secretary's office, hello.
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're right. You are absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I've found him. He's sitting right in front of me.
Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was on to you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work this out, Mr. White. You did it. Beep. Secretary's office.
We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please. White? That you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this?
Hello, Chief Prosecutor? Oh, so this isn't fucking Edgeworth. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow.
What's this about? I happen to know the chief prosecutor is a woman.
The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see? And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court.
Quietude. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent.
What? What man?
Are you even listening? The executioner. The hatchet man. The liquidator. The one who stabby. The killer. Man.
What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those.
Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinion to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now.
Beep.
Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. As was Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local Lawyers Association, you see? You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. Mr. Payne will be your lawyer.
Ah, shit. I think I feel faint. Detective Dick Gumshoes reporting for duty, sir. Ah, Butts! Harry Butts! Right, actually, Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right?
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey.
What?
Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
September 8th, 3:37 p.m., Detention Center Visitors Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. Sorry. A lot of dialogue there. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course. Edgeworth included. An ace attorney. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Wright? Mr. Wright? Oh, Maya. Great. They let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we switched places. For some reason, the cop is back there with you. Almost as if they were too cheap to make a different picture. What do you mean? You? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it! How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother? My sister? And now you? Oh, poor Mia, this man has hurt you. This has gone too far! Let's fucking kill him! Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... defend me in court! Help me break out of here! Look, if I was in jail, this is what I would say. It would be a joke, but this is what I would say. Right, okay, listen up. I want you to help me break out of here. By the way, Mr. Grossberg and Mr. White, they're lovers. You mean a jailbreak? Yeah, tonight's our only chance. Alright! God damn it, Mia. Your loyalty is awesome. Huh? Oh, I better go get a hacksaw while the stores are still open. Oh, and a rope, and a ladder, and a getaway car. Can you drive? I can't drive. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Oh, okay. I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. I'm still getting the hacksaw. But I won't use it for bars. I'll use it for red white. Times may change. Yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy. Sorta like The Simpsons. Court proceedings are no longer realistic. Again, kinda like The Simpsons. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow, it's him or me. And yes, I know I switched the words around to reference Peter Pan. The Kathy Rigby version. The dominant version. Saving content. Save your progress. Alrighty. Alright, let's go ahead and finish up this case. September 9th, 9:52 a.m., District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 1. Well, this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix, look. Miles. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecuting Office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth, no matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty, end of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who is innocent. All I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix? You know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. That's not uncommon. That happens. Especially if the defendant is a lawyer. Court is now in session. The trial of Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fay? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage?
shiny, shiny shimmer shine. Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Your name.
These two are great together.
My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino.
Why do they call you that?
I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp.
Did you know the victim, Miss Maya Fey?
That would be a negatory. No, I did not.
You were at the Great Water Hotel the night of the murder?
Correct.
And you witnessed the murder from there?
Uh-huh. Why tell you what you already know? Very well. Mr. White, you may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like in the end, the world... It's the end of the world, and I'm the last man standing?
Oh ho 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 ho! I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. 'Cause I'm gonna slay you with a broadsword.
Let him have it, Nick. I mean, Phoenix. I don't call you Nick yet.
Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a beldam come from outside. Surprised, I turned to look to the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man, attacking a woman, with long, weirdly blonde in this. Needless to say, the man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. Actually, it's kinda pink. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible implication. Impaction, if you will. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
It's all or nothing, folks. Yes, Your Honor. I gotta find a take that. I gotta find an objection. This is murdering my throat. Witness's account.
Let's see. It was about 9, I believe.
Where's the autopsy report? Blah, 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 blah. My eyelid for a few minutes. Wait. The call here is happening... Oh, that's in the morning, though. Okay. I was quietly pursuing, that's reading. Then I heard a beldam coming from outside. A bedlam!
It must have been when you attacked, I assume.
We see. Continue.
Surprised, I turned and looked at the building across the way. It was then when I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fae office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone. Of this Fae woman, it is known. You'd make a good politician and a poem, Mr. Wright. A poet. You could also be a poem. Oh ho ho, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. How could he see that? Can you be a little more specific about the details? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende? I understand. The victim was attacked by you, and you ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I'm always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. I did the wrong voice, I'm sorry. My throat is dying. The victim ran... Okay. So, we have evidence that that's not true. In May's testimony, she says the right. So, objection! Oh, hello, Angel. I have no idea who you are, but welcome. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victims ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran to the right. Oh no. It is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at this, at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim was here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. Nope, it's not really lonely. I like playing alone. Someone in the chat just asked if it's lonely. Oh, you're on case 5. I just started the other day. I played this game in the past, so I kinda know some of the stuff, but I'm sorta catching up. But let's continue with the game. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Only the first one. I plan to play all 3 of the trilogy. Wait a second. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, thank you for subbing. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Mr. White is right. Miss May... They are both right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. I doubt that. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness... I'm still doing Edgeworth's voice. Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? He just fell into my trap card. In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. Wright was standing. White. Okay. I mean, yeah, he'd have to be around here, right? Victim, blah, blah, blah. He'd have to be around this area. He couldn't be here. He'd have to come in the door. He'd have to be here. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear she ran to the left. Please. This is no time for jokes. It's in ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho 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 ho! You've provided us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. I think I remember the surprise. I'm not sure. What now? He's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Even though literally everybody in this game does that all the time. You're not a smart man, Phoenix. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Poor dead Mia. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? He still thinks I was there. That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Oh yeah, hardcore objection. I found exactly where it was. He was not correct. And then, first she ran to the left. I believe that the autopsy died from a blow. Yeah. So, it's just this one.
This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in your statement, Your Honor. Ah, crap, I picked the wrong one. I picked the wrong one. Okay, here we go. Next, with the last of her strength, blah blah blah, you chased and delivered the final blow. Here it is. Objection! Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow. That face. What do you have to say to that? Herb. Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? Uh-huh. I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because I am just objectifying his objections. The witness is confused because he is lying. I emphatically request that... I can't speak. Please, Honor, don't take break, please. Yeah, we want justice, woo! Don't let him get away. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one, White. Mr. White. Okay. The two accounts. Well, you see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Maya run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Whop. The nightstand. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Dude, you can't get out of this. It's not like high school. Deal with it. This is almost over. Two accounts. Alright, so the thing that fell. You're giving me hints. I know where we're going, Angel. I got you. I know. What we need to do, the thing that fell, we gotta go over here first. I think. No, we gotta go to the thing that fell. I know what to do. We have to go first to the floor plans, I believe. Objection! Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see any contradiction. Oh, come on. He wouldn't be able to see it from the window. He wouldn't be able to see it, though. I'm early. I have to be early. Fine, I'll bring up the glass. Press, not... Okay, I have to press it first. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that. The glass light stand. Okay, now he's revealed he knows what it is. Now I have him. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix? Doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yup, very odd. Thank you, Angel. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. That way I can get you with the floor plans, you motherfucker. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Okay. There we go. Ah, no, I didn't mean to press. I don't think that'll hurt though. The glass light stand was lying on the floor. That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Why me? Well, you see, I was instructed not to. Wait. One moment. Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I am so confused. Wait, tell me quiet. Your Honor, please. I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. I meant to present, I just clicked the wrong button. I got this, Angel, I got this from here. I know I fucked up last time, I've got this. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well. The witness may continue his account. There we go. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity! Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? I'm ready for this. It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is the inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Gah! I just like portraying White as having very little emotion. Mr. White. Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor. I, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict.
Objection!
God damn it, Edgeworth. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. Here we go. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order. Order in the court. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like where this is heading. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blueclaw. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Faye. What does that have to do with Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office? And by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Faye's office. Am I correct?
Correct! You are most correct, Miles.
Give me a break.
Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Faye and Law co-offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I am confused. Please, explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to the place, the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture that it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretap. Don't get all dazzly. I'm about to get some help. Leave it to me. I feel faint. If I recall, this is the case where weird shit happens. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Faye & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the light stand before the night of the incident. It's okay, Angel. I think I know what's about to happen. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound. I'll press, I know what's coming. I remember this part. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. Yeah, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. I believe I have to press everything. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Do you have proof?
Objection!
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I had entered the law office. Oh, wait, I had to let it be. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints, sir. Unidentified fingerprints, several days old, were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. Wright's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. Wright, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client and confidentiality. Edgeworth is rebelling because he secretly loves me and just doesn't want to admit it. That is when I saw this graphite stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beautilicious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press on it. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. It was the beginning of September, the week of the murder. Okay, we already did this. So, I think I need to that's incorrect. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Do the words that White say even exist? I don't know. Whoops, that didn't go so well. I had entered. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk, tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here. I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia? Oh yeah, I remember now, and fucking he faints. Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Ah! God, this game is funny at times. Hey, Phoenix. That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Ah, Jesus, I forgot how weird that looks. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? when you accepted your defeat in court. It appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. Oh, also, the back of that receipt is proof that they're lying. Go fuck their shit up. But... We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt. The one of which I told you to fuck shit up with. Oh, yeah, the one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So, what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000! Wow, big spender! Item, a glass light stand! Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought the light stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? I can't believe we never looked at the other side of that.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
Maya, you're my guardian. Literally. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt for the glass light stand. The date of purchase is the day before the murder. Yeah, this is one of the cases I remember, sadly. I know you wanted me to be surprised, Angel, but I remember a lot of this case. The Silver Samurai one, though, that one's going to be difficult. I don't remember a lot of that. And then there are some in this game that I just haven't done. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass your judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. I mean, I remember a little bit of Case 3, but I remember it being complicated and because of that hard to solve. So we'll see if I remember it. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
But as Mr. Edgeworth noted, the trial is more than less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
I haven't lost yet either. I have gotten a few things wrong, though. Oh, wait, I didn't need to press. I did not mean to click that. Nope. Here we go. I have yet to lose too. I hope when I get to the later games, I do lose a little bit to make it a little more interesting, because if I just keep winning, you know. Look closely at this. See the words Maya written in blood? I've also seen some of the anime. I haven't seen every episode. I think I watched the first two. Actually, no. I watched up to the Red-White trial, and then I stopped. But I've seen a good chunk of the musical, which, as far as I can tell, has nothing to do with this. You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side. Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, the glass light stand. And a date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder! You see, Mr. Wright, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree, you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of... Objection! Oh, Miles, I don't remember this. Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Although I should always expect Miles to not go down without a fight. What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need more time to make more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. Edgeworth is dead. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. I don't remember fully, but I'm gonna try here. Object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. We did, Angel, we did. But we had to give a little more. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I can figure it out, though. I got this. If anyone is going to call Mr. White to the trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with some, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. Yeah. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia? What is this? Oh yeah, I forgot. This is the one where Mia just gives me something at the end. Memo received from Mia. I'm gonna have an ad doesn't matter now. You bet I am.
My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court.
Mia's memo. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened.
Stop! Desist! Halt! Please! Please! Stop! Make him stop! How? How did you get that list?
Mr. Wright, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. Yeah, I remember not liking this case because I couldn't solve it because a lot of the clues only come in at the end.
I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker.
Case closed, Your Honor.
Edgeworth's about to murder me. Well, there's no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that if only you knew how spirited it was.
Well, this court finds the defense. Rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 1. I mean, if I murder Edgeworth, then I'm the criminal. And we both know Edgeworth would, like, you know... I feel like the Von Karmas would get involved if I killed Edgeworth. It would just lead to badness. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. Oh yeah, if I went up against the Von Karmas, I'd get not guilty. Even though we totally would have killed Edgeworth. But I like Edgeworth because he's a good character. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live. My time here is running out. Yeah, you're not really living anymore, hun. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Probably whenever you fucking need help. Chief. I'm not the chief anymore. I'm fucking dead. Phoenix. Can you come to the office tonight, say 9? The office? I'll see you later. Chief. Mia. Thanks for the good luck, but I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. We've been playing for a little bit now. I think it's time to start ending tonight's episode. Being here is hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia? I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What did I look like? My sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, one second thought. Let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business? You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? He's acting like he doesn't even know that that's his name. You know what it means, right? We're partners. Yes, because if you ever say someone's name, that makes you partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here watching. Right. Okay, Nick. Let's do it. I have to end the stream. It's so late here. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy! Burgers! My fucking god! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on! Time's a wasted. Okay, wait up. The end. A brand new episode has been added. Do you want to save your progress? Yep, I do. Anyways, to everybody who popped up in the stream here and there, and to Angel who stuck through it to the end, thanks for joining me. Thank you for the hints. Thanks for everything. I'm waiting, Angel. You want to say something before I go? I'm gonna go ahead and save. I am gonna start turning off the stream and stuff, though. However, I will be streaming again tomorrow. Okay. I don't actually know my time zone. I am in the United States. It is currently almost 2, and I have stuff to do in the morning, so I do have to go to sleep soon. But I'll probably be streaming sometime tomorrow afternoon. And that's United States time. Probably around 4 or 3, so you guys can expect it then. I promise you I will be streaming probably the same amount I did today, where I did one episode, then I did another. But, yeah. So, for tonight, everybody, thanks for being in my jury, and can't wait to see you tomorrow when we take on the case of... That's a screenshot, not turning it off, Neil. The Silver Samurai. Thanks for watching.